Hey guys, so I know I haven't brought Cyber Dragon content in a while, so here's some gameplay from my remote duel locals where I go up against Dinos. Now while Dinos didn't have as much representation in the most recent LCS as the one before that, obviously still a really strong deck to be reckoned with. Now before I continue, if I could have 15 seconds of your time, my friend Chris actually developed a 2-player card game called Overlay Strike, and I thought it may be of interest for some of you because the game does have some small aspects of Yu-Gi-Oh in it. Now, I refused payment to do this ad, I just wanted to help my friend out because my girlfriend and I genuinely like playing this game, and you can check them out at overlaystrike.com, and I'll have a link below, and you can use the code Hakuna10 for 10% off. Anyways, let's get back to the match. So we do win the die roll, and we get to choose to go second, and against Dinos, winning the die roll actually does matter because they generally like to go second as well. And here, you're going to see my opponent kind of flash his hand a little, and I do tell him right away that he needs to do a better job at hiding his hand, so we just kind of get that sorted out first. So it looks like he's going to start the turn off with activating Fossil Dig to add a level 6 or lower Dino to hand from deck, and he's going to add the Oviraptor. And then he's going to activate Oviraptor and use its effect to add a Dino from deck to hand. And he's going to add the Misk from deck to hand. Next, he's going to discard the Misk from his hand so that his Dinos are unaffected by activating effects in this main phase. And then he's going to banish the Misk to try to special. And I do have the Ash here, fortunately, to try to negate the special from deck. And looks like he just passed his turn here, so holy cow, that did the trick. So we're going to start off by pitching the Hertz to special out the Galaxy Soldier. And we'll go Chainlink 1 Soldier and Chainlink 2 Hertz. So with Hertz, we're going to add the Cyber Dragon, and the Soldier will add another Soldier. It's kind of off screen here, but I do pitch off that Cyber Dragon to special out that second Galaxy Soldier. Next, we're going to overlay the 2 soldiers and go into Cyber Dragon Nova. Then we're going to use Nova's effect, detach Galaxy Soldier, and special out the Cyber Dragon Engrave. Next, we're going to overlay into Infinity. And then we're actually going to use Ref System, bring back the Hertz, and then we're going to link those two away, and summon out the Anaconda. Then we're going to activate its effect, pay cost, pay 2,000 life points, and send the Overload Fusion, and we're going to just banish the Hertz and the Cyber Dragon to bring out Chimeratech Rampage. Then we're going to use Rampage effect, we're going to send the Cyber Dragon Core, and I believe I just sent the Naxxer because it didn't really matter at this point, so that way Rampage can attack 3 times in total. And I do all this before sucking up the Oviraptor so that that way I'm safe from Gamma. And then now I do use Infinity's effect to suck up that Ovi. And then we enter a battle phase and we can attack 3 times with Rampage and then again with Infinity, so that is game. So we just head straight into game 2. Okay, so for game 2, of course our opponent chooses to go second, so we do have to start off here. So I'm gonna normal summon out the core and use its effect to search a Cyber Dragon Spell or Trap, and we're gonna search the Ref System. And this is because I didn't have a good hand to bring out the, I didn't have a hand rather, to bring out Infinity, so I'm just using that so I can just go into Anaconda and bring out Dragoon, because core can just search that Ref System, so it's a 1-card Dragoon. And so using Anaconda's effect, we pay cost, pay 2,000 life points, and we're going to send off that Red Eyes Fusion. And looks like it does resolve, so we're going to send the Red Eyes and Dark Magician from deck and bring out Dragoon. Now, I did draw the summon limit here, so I was actually feeling very good about this setup. And I have another set, which I believe was an Imperm, and I just passed turn here. So our opponent is going to start off with a Pot of Extravagance and banish 6 to draw 2. And I do let that go because what I'm trying to save my negate for is Mystic Line, because that's the only card that I really can't stop at this point. Next, he's going to start off with the Fossil Dig to search that level 6 or lower Dino to hand. And of course, he adds the Soul Eating Oviraptor. Next, the card is caught off of his camera, so it doesn't show here, but he does activate Lost World. And then he's going to normal summon Ovi, use its effect, Chainlink 1, and then Chainlink 2 will be Lost World to give me a token. And then with Ovi, he's going to add the UCT to hand. Now at this point, I do activate Summon Limit because he did summon Ovi and the token, so he is at 2 summons at this point. But then he activates Red Reboot from hand. So there goes my plan, so not looking good anymore. And with Red Reboot, I do get to set a trap from the deck, but I cannot activate any traps for the rest of the turn. And I do set that Overflow from my deck. Next, he's going to pitch the Misk from his hand. So now his Dinos are safe from activated effects this main phase. And then now he's going to use Ovi, target the Lost World token, and then he's going to use Lost World to save the token and instead destroy Dino from deck. And he's going to destroy Baby, which is then going to trigger and try to special summon a Dino from deck. And I do decide to negate that Baby effect with Dragoon here because I figured if he special summons a level 4 Dino, then he can go into Dolka, and then that's a monster effect negate, so then I felt I wouldn't have a chance to use Dragoon anymore, so I do decide to negate it there. Next, he's gonna use Misk and banish itself and the Baby to special summon a level 2 Dino from deck. And he's gonna special out the Petite. Then he's gonna link off the Ovi and the Petite and go into Psyframe Lambda. Next, he's going to special out the UCT by banishing the Ovi and the Petite. Then he's going to use UCT's effect by destroying the Archosaur in hand, and then that's going to just flip down my Dragoon. And then he enters battle, and I do scoop here because that is game, because I am at 6,000, and he's just going to be able to attack over all of my monsters and then attack with Lambda for game. So, time for game 3. Alright, so on to game 3, and we do choose to go second this time around. And on standby, I actually do shotgun the Lancias, that way he can't even activate Pot of Extravagance, for example, if he did hard draw it. And looks like he just passed his turn. I was kind of surprised. I don't know what his hand is obviously, but if he was able to set up just at least a Dolka, like that still would have been pretty good. And on my standby, it looks like he shotguns his own Lancia, which is pretty weird. I mean, you should wait until I activate Overload Fusion, for example, if you were going to use Lancia, but perhaps he wasn't as familiar with the card. And so I do start off by activating Cyber Emergency, and I'm going to add the Naxxor from deck to hand. Now, I actually did hard draw the Overload Fusion in this game, so that Lancia does still affect me, even though shotgunning it wasn't really the right thing to do. It still does hamper me from trying to kill him this turn, at least in this situation. Next, I normal summon that core to search a Cyber Dragon spell or trap, and I'm going to add the Repair Plant from deck to hand. Then I'm going to link off that core, go into Almirage, then activate the Repair Plant, and add the Galaxy Soldier from deck to hand. And of course, our bread and butter combo, we're going to pitch the Hertz, special out the Soldier, Chainlink 1 Soldier, Chainlink 2 Hertz. And with Hertz, we're actually going to add back the core Engrave to hand, because I had another Hertz in hand, that's why I did that. And then Soldier's going to just add another Soldier. And so we pitch off the second Hertz in hand to summon out the Galaxy Soldier. And then we're going to overlay and go into Nova. So now this is our 5th summon, and because we're under Lancia, I actually wanted to get Nibiru'd so that I can bring out Rampage without relying on Overload Fusion, because I won't be able to activate it that turn. So it looks like my opponent does indeed have the Nibiru, so we do tribute off all our monsters, and we summon that Nibiru token. He puts it in attack mode at 2100 attack. And then with Nova's effect, because it was centigrade by opponent's card effect, we get to bring out that Rampage without having to rely on Overload Fusion, so this is good. And so with Rampage, we're going to use its effect. We're going to send Core and Cyber Dragon, and then we're going to pitch off that core we added earlier to special out that Naxxor. And this is why I searched for the Naxxor at the start of the turn, just in case this kind of situation would come up. So I do bring back the Nova with Naxxor, go into Infinity, and then I'm going to suck up the Nibiru with Infinity. Another alternative route you could have taken was just bring out, for example, whether Nova or Cyber Dragon, go into Seeger and then kind of attack. But at least this way, I do put up a negate on board before going for attack. So I do attack with everything here. Rampage can attack 3 times. I have the token, I have Infinity, and that is more than game, so we do take it there. Alright guys, so that's it for another Remote Duel gameplay. Hope you enjoyed that. Now if you like both Cyber Dragons and Dinosaurs, then you should check out the Cyber Dinosaur deck profile and replay by Team Set Pass, and I'll link that video in the description below. Anyways guys, that's it for me. Take care.